Welcome. In this video I will try to answer the question of whether HP 255 of the 7th generation is a good laptop. So being a highly strictly budget model, it really shows in many different places, starting with the specifications part. So we have the AMD Ryzen 3 in this laptop, which is not the worst choice, but having all of this background process like Copilot stuff and auto update checkers on Windows 11, it really leaves you without any room for any adequate program usage on this computer. Then we also have 8 GB of RAM memory, and for some reason in my case it's limited to only 6, so it shows me that I have like 4 GB of DDR4, and yeah, it's DDR4 in this case, but only 5.9 is available, and most of it is still occupied by background process, and this device is not doing anything right now. So yeah, it's definitely also a con of this laptop. Then we have the 256 SSD, which is, well, yeah, just a small SSD. There's not much to tell you about it. Then we have a single camera with I think the poorest quality I've seen in my life, and it's I'm not sure if it's reaching an HD quality, the web camera of this laptop, but it's definitely not something you would want to use during a meeting or any kind of video conversation. Then we have the Full HD display. Full HD is a decent resolution for a budget laptop, but we have the VSA display instead of IPS, and it really shows with all of these poor view angles, so you cannot really see anything on your laptop. If you simply rotate your display a bit, it already starts to fade the image. So yeah. Then we also have the general build, and the laptop is generally made fully of plastic, so the entire build is made of plastic. Even the hinge of the laptop is made of plastic. And yeah, as you can see, the keyboard doesn't have any backlight, although we do have the full-size numpad on the right side. We have a, well, I'm not sure if it's a decent-sized touchpad, but yeah, still it's not very comfortable to use. Although I think for a budget model, having a physical buttons is a good solution to, well, not make like super bad touchpad. Now in case of ports, in terms of ports, we actually have some rather adequate ones on the left side. So we have USB 3.0s. As you can see, both of these are USB 3.0s. We also have the HDMI port, we have the Ethernet port, we have the headphone jack, and of course the charging port. On the right side we have another USB-A, which is also USB 3.0, and then we have the SD card reader, and as you can see we have no USB-Cs, which is somewhat weird for a laptop nowadays. And yeah, the next thing is the size of this well, it's not a dinosaur, but you know, like I'm not even sure. It's huge. It's huge, and we have all of these borders on the sides, so which are very uncomfortable and very useless for a laptop. It's just too much space used in vain. And yeah, and it also weighs 1.8 kilograms, and I'm not sure how much it is in pounds. I think like 4.5. Is it 4.5 pounds? Yeah, so this machine is huge, and it absolutely cannot be used without a cable, since the battery drains in 3.5 up to 5 hours of having this laptop without a charger plugged in. Besides, of course, having the hardware, which we have here, it's pretty much unusable without the charger inside of it. It's not a MacBook. Somehow say that. in this video. Well, so yeah, in my personal opinion, I would not consider this device good at all. I think there are some other budget models that you can look for. If you are really looking for something budget friendly, I would rather look at something after releasing. Usually some ThinkPads, which have a much better productivity and much better hardware and everything else. They go for around like a couple $100. They're not new, but they will deliver you a much better performance than this machine. So yeah, this is my verdict, I think, for this video. Thank you for watching it. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.